So from the stillborn remains of 5G comes DC Future State. DC Future State is a 2-month line-wide event showing a possible future to DC Comics. So, as revealed by DC on October 15th, 2020, DC is starting off 2021 with a bang, giving fans a glimpse into futures both near and far, full of current and new characters as the publisher announced plans today for DC Future State, a 2-month line-wide event beginning in January. Through February 2021, the full title lineup will feature a combination of monthly and twice-monthly oversized anthologies, as well as a monthly schedule of miniseries and one-shots. DC Future State spotlights the world's greatest superheroes in fresh new roles, with all new characters taking up their iconic mantles. Now, remember, 5G was supposed to do something similar to this. So 5G would have been new or younger heroes would be taking over the roles of iconic heroes. So they were setting up, supposedly for 5G, it was setting up John Kent would take over as Superman. I think the Lucius Fox was supposed to take over as Batman, and I think Cassandra Sandsmark or Wonder Girl was supposed to take over for Wonder Woman. So, and the funny thing is I've noted is that apparently Jim Lee said, this is not 5G. Future State is not 5G. But from this and from the lineup we see, this is 5G. I think the only difference is the plans for 5G were going to be permanent. Like it was going to be a full-on line-wide relaunch for this. And then that would just be the status quo until they decide, okay, we're going to bring the old heroes back or we're just going to reboot. This one is only for 2 months. So that's the only huge difference. But if what I recalled correctly was true, and Jim Lee did say Future State is not 5G, this is very hypocritical of him to say this, and then this whole synopsis for 5G's for Future State is pretty much the basis of 5G. So this will continue off the finale of Death Metal, as it says here. In DC Future States, the multiverse has been saved from the brink of destruction, but the triumph of DC's heroes has shaken loose the very fabric of time and space. The final chapter of Dark Knight's Death Metal, on sale January 5th, 2021, brings new life to DC's multiverse, kicking off this glimpse into the unwritten world of DC's future. So the whole thing, it's kind of like, remember Future's End, where it's like a potential future for DC? Or as a lot of people have likened it, this is kind of like DC's take on 2099, Marvel's 2099. Like, oh, this is the future of Marvel in the year 2099. So we have like different people as like superheroes. So you have like different Fantastic Four, different Spider-Man, all that. This seems to be their take, but they're also keeping a lot of the older cast around. So the DC executive editor, Marie Jarvis, says, the DC universe has always been fertile ground for new and refreshing takes on our characters, and DC Future State definitely contributes to this legacy. When the event begins in January, some savvy readers will not only pick up on some of the breadcrumbs that have already been tossed out in our current titles, but they also find new hints and clues of what's to come in 2021. So we have our full list of titles. They've been broken up to like the Batman family, Superman, and all that. But we'll head over to Newsarama, which have the full solicits, the full team that are on them. So first up, we have our DC Future State Batman January 2021 solicits. So first up is Future State, the next Batman #1. So this is supposedly the Batman that takes over from Bruce. So this one would be written by John Ridley. I'm not familiar with the writer. Let's see. Yep, so the next Batman will be written by John Ridley. The art by Nick Darrington, also not familiar. And then there are also other stories, so featuring Outsiders and Arkham Knight. So Outsiders will be written by Brandon Thomas, not familiar with him. Outsiders art by Sumit Kumar, somewhat familiar. Then you have Paul Jenkins writing Arkham Knights with art by Jackson Herbert. This cover overall by Ladron. Cover, I'm fine with. I think it looks fine. I have no problem with the cover. And so the synopsis reads, Gotham City has always been dangerous, but now it's downright deadly. Following the tragedy of A-Day, The mayor allowed private law enforcement group known as the Magistrate to take over policing so-called mass crime, and that has given rise to a new Dark Knight. What is the mysterious crime fighter's connection to former Batman weaponeer Lucius Fox? The fight for justice has never been this dangerous. I'm guessing I think it's going to be Luke Fox. That's going to be the new Batman. Considering, like I said, I think earlier I said it was Lucius Fox that was going to take over as Batman. No, I think it's Luke Fox, Batwing, that was going to take over as Batman in 5G. And I think, given that it says there's a connection to Lucius Fox, I'm gonna outright say it here. The new Batman is Luke. It's Luke Fox. They're continuing what originally 5G had planned. Then in The Outsiders, everything in Gotham City may be under the thumb of the Magistrate, but even members of the totalitarian force know that the outskirts of town are protected by the Sword of Katana. Plus, ride with the Arkham Knights in their quest for freedom. Arkham Asylum has been decommissioned. The Magistrate rules the land with an iron fist and zero tolerance. Now's the time for the lunatics to take back their own. Follow Croc, Two-Face, Phosphorus, Zaz, Clayface, and Astrid Arkham as the Arkham Knights raise holy hell on the occupiers of Gotham. So that is one of the main ones, I would say, the next Batman, considering the main story is going to be about this new Batman. You have Future State Harley Quinn #1, cover by Derek Chu. Great cover, by the way. I really, really dig this cover. Derek Chu, overall, makes really good covers. I honestly would just buy this for the story alone, but, not story, for the cover alone, but I don't know. So written by Stephanie Phillips, art by Simone DeMeo. Then you have Dark Detective, which I'm going to say is like the second main one of the Batman family. So this one is about Bruce. So the world thought Bruce Wayne was dead. They were dead wrong. When the sinister paramilitary organization known as the Magistrate seizes control of Gotham City, the original Batman went big to put them down, but even the Dark Knight couldn't predict how far this evil force would go to stop him. Now, Bruce Wayne is on the run. And then also in this issue, Grifter is back, Cole Cash is having a bad day, and that's not going to improve when the detectives of the GCPD show up. Will a chance meeting with Luke Fox change his luck, or is his day about to get a lot worse? So, wait, maybe Luke might not be the new Batman. I don't know. We'll guess you'll have to read it to see. So the art's got to be by Dan Mora, who also did this whole poster showing like the older new characters of DC Future State, which looks great. Dan Mora's art is amazing. I was originally going to get it for the art, but then I saw who the writer is. Mariko Tamaki is the writer. She's worked with DC before with a Supergirl miniseries. But she's more commonly known for her She-Hulk series that she did for Marvel, and that wasn't good. You know, the whole post-Civil War II She-Hulk, where she was, like, super angry all the time, and she was the Grey Hulk. It wasn't a good run. So I don't really have high hopes for Dark Detective. Like, I was really interested because, you know, you have the art and cover by Dan Mora looks amazing. But Mariko Tamaki on it, you got Robin Eternal, which Tim Drake comes back as the role as Robin, and he's joined by Spoiler, I believe it is. Yep, Spoiler. So written by Megan Fitzmartin. Not familiar with that writer. Art by Eddie Barrows. Then you got issue 2 of the next Batman, and then Future State Catwoman, which will be written by Ram the 5th, or Ram V, art by Otto Schmidt, cover by Liam Sharp. Yeah, I can dig the cover there. Oh, there's a variant by Art Gem. So Art Gem, they're bringing back on a Catwoman title, just not the main one. Nightwing, Batman Superman, and then issue number 2 of Dark Detective, which is another really cool looking cover. It's just a shame that Mariko Tamaki is the writer. So that is the Batman stuff. So I'm going to try some of this Future State stuff of Batman. I'm probably going to read the next Batman, and that's it. Like I said, I was going to read Dark Detective, but then I saw that was Mariko Tamaki writing it, and I'm like, yeah, I might skip on that. I'll keep to the next Batman, because I think that is one of the main ones. Then you come over to the Superman family. So you have Future State Kara Zor-El Superwoman. And I gotta say, I mean, I like the art on this cover, but the design of her outfit is just so bland. Like, I honestly thought this was a cape, but no, it's not a cape. That's actually just that's a skirt. That's a dress. So, it's such a bland design for Supergirl. Marguerite Bennett's on it. Marguerite Bennett's hit or miss. I mean, I think the first half of her Mighty Morphin Power Rangers run was good, and then it just died at the end. So you got that one. This is going to be one of the main ones, Superman of Metropolis, where we have Jonathan Kent as Superman. Now that was definitely one of the main things that 5G was going to prop up, that John Kent was going to be the new Superman. So it seems like in this one he is. So it's going to be, that one's going to be written by Sean Lewis and the art by John Timms. You have another story called Guardian by Lewis again, but art by Callie Hammer. And then a Mr. Miracle one, which I find odd. Like, why is there a Mr. Miracle tie into like a Superman family? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But the Superman one, before leaving for parts unknown, Clark Kent entrusted Earth's safety to his son. Now Jonathan Kent is Superman, top priority for this new Superman to protect Metropolis. When a new version of Brainiac attacked, John takes drastic measures which result in the bottled city of Metropolis. But watch out, John, because Supergirl is on her way and she's not happy with your decision. And then you have the stuff about Guardian and Mr. Miracle. You have Superman versus Imperious Lex. Mark Russell, I don't hear particularly a lot of good things about Mark Russell, so I might skip on that one. This is another main one. I'm going to guess Superman Worlds of War, so written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, art by Mikhail Janin. Then there's the Midnighter and Black Racer story. So Midnighter by Michael W. Conrad and Becky Cloonan, art by Gleb Melnikov, and then Black Racer by Jeremy Adams and Sia Ohm, and then also a continuation of the Mr. Miracle story in this one. So this monumental future state title features 4 big stories. First, Clark Kent is gone, leaving a Superman-shaped hole behind. The people gather in Smallville to celebrate their hero, little realizing that he is across the galaxy helping others. Superman has gone to Warworld, where he's fighting as a gladiator in the deadly pits of Mongol. But this is Superman we're talking about, and his idea of a victory doesn't line up with the expectation of Mongol's hordes. So I think that's one of the main ones I'm getting. So the Superman of Metropolis and Worlds of War of this one, I'm definitely going to be picking up. And then we have Superman Wonder Woman, featuring John and a new Wonder Woman, Yara Flor, South American Wonder Woman. I mean, I dig her design. Her design looks great, honestly. You know, thick thighs say lives, whatever. You have Justice League, so all of our new characters together for the new version of the Justice League, featuring a story with the Justice League Dark. So Joshua Williamson, who I believe currently writes the death metal tie-ins to Justice League, will be writing this one. So I don't know if they're making him the new permanent writer. Who knows? You have Aquaman #1, where Aqualad, Jackson Hyde, is the new Aquaman, and he's training Arthur and Mara's daughter, Andy. Then you have Flash, where Wally is a villain. You were doing so good. You were doing so good. Like, Wally got the massive W in Speed Metal, and now he's a villain. Granted, he's possessed, but you just gotta keep shitting on Wally, I guess. You have the Green Lantern one, with stuff featuring Guy Gardner and Jessica Cruz. I might consider that one. I mean, I like Green Lantern, so I might consider it. I'm not particularly familiar with the writers, but we'll see. Cover looks good. I do like the cover. You have Immortal Wonder Woman. I might consider this one as well. So written by Michael W. Conrad and Becky Cloonan, art by Jen Bartel, and then there's stuff with Nubia as well. So I might consider this one. I do. I like how a lot of the other characters, apart from obviously, the Green Lanterns, all of the other characters have had like drastic changes to their appearance, and then Wonder Woman is just like, I've got a green necklace, I tied my hair up, and it's slightly graying. Still hot though. Like this cover of who did the cover? Jen Bartel's cover for this one looks great. Like Wonder Woman, fucking hot. Hot. I don't care that she's older, her hair's graying. She's still perfect to me. So I might consider picking up Immortal Wonder Woman. Legion of Superheroes, I could not give a damn, honestly. Shazam, I could not give a damn either. Suicide Squad. So it's just like, what if the Suicide Squad was the Justice League? Pretty much. It seems to be like they're all like weird, maybe bizarro versions of the Justice League, because you have like Aquaman here with like the weird looking face, and it looks like, I don't know if that's just supposed to be lines for like wrinkles or whatever. It looks like Batman's face is cracking, and I think this is apparently supposed to be Connor, Superboy, because his design is very similar to how he first appeared, just without the leather coat, and his hair's been shaved. So that's possibly, I think that's supposed to be Connor. So who knows who these what this is, because it doesn't even give us a proper solicit or description of why is this Suicide Squad looking like the Justice League now. I don't know. You have Swamp Thing, Teen Titans, Future State. Well, this is the new Wonder Woman, Floor. So written by, it's written by Joelle Jones. The art and cover is by Joelle Jones. Is doing everything for this. I might actually consider this one as well. So, deep in the heart of the Amazon rainforest lies a hero of mythical legend, Wonder Woman, but in the absence of Diana, Law has risen out of obscurity to protect man's world from the magic that lies within it. Along with her trusty steed, she journeys through the underworld to rescue one of her Themyscirian sisters from the grasp of Hades. Will she unleash the wrath of this god in the process? You won't want to miss the first appearance of a character who will change the history of Wonder Woman forever. I think Wonder Woman's history is already like kind of a mess. She has like 2 different origins, and then you got like Donna Troy as well. So I don't know. I gotta say, like, great design anyway for this new Wonder Woman. Although they really had, of course, they really had to emphasize, is like, she's South American. We have a South American Wonder Woman. It's like, I don't care what nationality or ethnicity she is, as long as she's like a good written character. But like, great design anyway. Thick thighs. Great. Is there any other cover, or is it just the one? So that is the main stuff for DC Future State. So yeah, pretty much this is supposed to be what 5G was, but just not permanent. I don't know. Thank God it's only like a 2-month thing. If this isn't permanent, because if this was like the new status quo, I don't think a lot of people would be happy, because it's just all of a sudden just like every story will end in December, and then right after Death Metal, we're all of a sudden all the characters we know are older and they're not in their roles anymore, and then we just have all these new characters. Some we're familiar with, some we're not. Just suddenly in the roles of characters that we know already, and I don't know. Like, luckily this is supposed to be just like, this is a potential future, a possible future, so it may or may not be canon. But they're saying apparently there's stuff and like stories of like current lineups that are alluding to this. It's probably why there's a Grifter story, because Grifter is appearing in Batman. So who knows? So going through like a lot of these designs here, I think that's Zatanna. I fuck with that design. That's a great design. I'm not Connor's one with the shaved head. I know it's kind of like harkening back to like the Jeff Johns era of Connor, where he had to wear just like the normal like shirt and jeans and everything, because copyright. I think it was like copyright reasons or whatever. Superman, I kind of like Superman design. I kind of like. I can dig Superman's design. Catwoman, yeah, she's alright. Harley Quinn, I can fuck with that design. Swamp Thing, pretty cool. I do like kind of like the Batman like one. It's kind of like a more like battle hardened like year zero or 0 year Batman. Pretty cool design. John as Superman is alright. Most of these are okay. They're alright. They're alright, I guess. But I think that the standout ones are definitely Dark Detective esque. Yeah, Dark Detective Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman and New Wonder Woman are probably the most standout of designs. But this is by Dan Mora and his art is great. So it could differ in depend on other people's art styles. The Joel Jones one looks great. The Jen Bartel, but that's just her doing the cover. For Wonder Woman, Immortal Wonder Woman looks great. So yeah, that's 5G 2.0 with DC Future State. Like if you wanted to continue 5G, just say it and just do it under a different name. But if I do remember correctly, Jim Lee said, "No, Future State is not 5G." But this is 5G was the whole thing of like we're gonna replace the original characters with new characters that are taking over the roles, and this is the same thing. It just the only difference is that it's not permanent. It's only for 2 months, and it's a possible future, so it may not be canon. Oh well, I guess. But the thing is, like I said, it's only for 2 months. From March onwards, everything's going back to normal because I know there's a lot of stuff planned, especially with Batman. Batman was planning like quite a few things, like stuff, especially a lot of stuff for 2021, setting up characters there for like whatever stories they're gonna do. So like if this just came in and it was actually supposed to be permanent, that would have really like messed up with everyone's like outlines for what they're planning. So this honestly, I would be fine if DC Future State didn't exist. It's just, I don't know, kind of guess they're grasping at straws, whatever. It's we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not going to pick up everything. I'm definitely not going to pick up everything. I'm just going to pick up the main 2 Superman titles, new Batman, and they're both Wonder Woman titles, and then a maybe to Green Lantern and some other stuff. We'll see how it goes. But that's it for the video. Thank you all for watching. What are your thoughts on DC Future State? Is there anything that tickled your fancy? Was there anything you didn't like about it? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one.